Let us now recount the journey of the Israelites, the chosen people of God, as recorded in the book of Numbers, chapter 33, a solemn and sacred travelogue written at the Lord's command. These are the stages of the people of Israel when they went out of the land of Egypt by their hosts under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. Moses wrote down their starting places, stage by stage by stage, by command of the Lord. Every step, every station, every hardship and victory, God remembered. For in every place, He was with them. They began their journey in Ramses, in Egypt, on the 15th day of the first month, the day after the Passover, with the might of the Lord displayed in signs and wonders. Israel departed boldly while the Egyptians were burying their dead, struck down by the judgment of God. From Ramses they camped in Succoth, then on to Etham, at the edge of the wilderness. There they were led not by their own strength, but by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, the very presence of the Lord. They turned back to Pi-hahiroth, near Baal-zephon, and there they passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness, as the Red Sea parted before them. Pharaoh's army was swallowed behind them, never to rise again. In the desert they wandered not aimlessly, but under divine direction. From Marah, where the bitter waters were made sweet, to Elim, an oasis with 12 springs and 70 palm tree signs of divine refreshment, they camped at Dophkah, Alush, Rephidim, where there was no water, and God provided from the rock struck by Moses. Mount Sinai, where heaven touched earth, and God gave the covenant and the law, sealing Israel as His holy nation. One by one, over 42 stages, the Lord guided His people, through the wilderness of Paran, Zalmanah and Punan, to Oboth and Iabarim, near the border of Moab, through Zered Dibon-Gad and Ulman Diblathaim, until they reached the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho, the edge of the promised land. And there God spoke once more. When you pass over the Jordan into the land of Canaan, you shall drive out all the inhabitants and destroy all their figured stones and molten image. For I have given the land to you to possess it. But the Lord warned, if they failed to remove sin and idolatry, those remnants would become thorns in their sides, and their own disobedience would bring judgment. Beloved child of God, this chapter is more than geography. It is the story of every soul's pilgrimage from slavery to freedom, from wandering to promise. Every camp, every stop, every trial was part of God's plan. So too in your life, every delay, every difficulty, every step is known and written by Him. Let us trust in the one who leads the journey stage by stage, until we reach the eternal promised land.